Hello there everyone, this is the Master Chief 1, and welcome to my Croc, Legends of the Gobbos walkthrough part 5. In this part, I'm going to show you how to get through the remainder, well, most of the remainder of World 3. There may be a few certain levels left that I will not have been able to complete. Anyway, as you have just seen, grab the key. Now this next part can be a little bit tricky because you have to time your jumping to the platforms and whatnot in the right order. But fortunately, you've got these still platforms that allow you to be able to move ahead. However, this can be, as you can see, this is pretty tough, and like I said, you're gonna have to do a lot of distance jumping, but nothing too major. I only lost one life. Trust me, like I said in the last part, this is actually a very simple level. It's not nearly as hard or as convoluted as the last level experienced. Anyway, we have now just received the key in order to unlock that gated off door near the beginning of the level. And of course, if you're curious, the locked area is necessary to reach in order to beat this level, actually, like that of World 2. Anyway, don't destroy this crate. Use it as a jump platform in order to reach this top one. But the thing of it is, you're still going to need to create a platform in order to reach that really high one. But in order to be able to create the platform, you're going to have to do this little puzzle here. The trick of this puzzle is to actually move fast and jump back onto the moving platform so you can reach all of these other platforms in order to hit the buttons that magically appear after you activate the first button. Make sure you're fast, and make sure you use the circle button to move quickly to adjust the camera, and also Croc's proper directions while doing this puzzle to make it so much easier on yourself. Oh yeah, that's right, you can destroy that crate. I forgot. The platform lowers enough that you can do it no problem. And it's on the other side. But still, you needed that in order to be able to break the crate and get the gobbo. Anyway, you can't unlock this gate. Instead, Croc's gonna have to dive underwater in order to obtain the key, in order to activate the button and create some platforms so you can get up to the higher region for this level. Thankfully enough, this underwater region is not nearly as big as some of the last few you've experienced. But they do also contain, one of them contains a helpful color gem as shown, and the other one actually contains the key you're gonna need. Anyway, strategy, I definitely recommend, as you just saw, dive underneath the divers, because then they won't see you or blast you, and then you can get up above and hit them in order to be able to maintain also your gems too, and not lose many of your gems, of course, as you get hit. if you're curious, yes, that little region right there will be quite important. But the cool part is that if you can time the jump correctly and can jump up there good enough, yeah, right there you can actually grab onto the grating and pull yourself up. Now this next part's a little tricky because you're going to have to time the drop sequence very carefully so you can be able to collect the Gobbo, because most of the time the game developers never thought you could actually jump up to the very top of the grating in order to save the trouble and worry about that little purple guy smashing down on the grates and causing you to fall. Or that purple Dantini, actually. But yeah. Well, as shown, like I said, it has to be a very well precise jump in order for Croc to grab onto the end of that grating in order to be able to get up to the climb, in order to be able to climb up to the top of it. Now you realize why it's quite tough in order to be able to climb along this grating in order to actually get the Gobbo by doing that method. Okay, like I said, carefully drop down, otherwise that's going to happen to you again. It took me about my third try to do this right, so don't be discouraged if this part's taking a little bit of a while. Sorry about that. But trust me, just trying to get onto that stinking grating is not a simple task. Anyway, if you're curious, I'm not deliberately ungrabbing the grating. It's just that those little guys' vibrations can move quite somewhat of a distance, and usually that can knock Croc right off the grating. So that's why I said it's best to do it with this method, so then you can actually get there a lot easier, because it's a long grating, it really is. Oh, okay, I guess it took my fourth attempt. But like I said, it's a real tricky drop in order to grab this Gobbo. So you have to be quite precise in order to grab it. As you have just seen, it actually is possible, like I just shown, to actually do my method to get the Gobbo. But make sure if you can't jump out down to that platform precisely, that you just grab the ledge with the Gobbo. Alright, once again, another little ghost puzzle, so nothing too major here. I think this should be very self-explanatory. Okay, just do not, and I repeat, do not follow that path, because that's usually the path the ghost takes is that gummy path. Anyway, you can actually get to the end and grab the key just by doing this very easily. But you will have to take the gummy path in order to be able to reach the Gobbo, though. So try to really time the jump right, and you should be able to get across the distance ledge. Alright, now somewhere around, yep, somewhere around here you're going to experience the Gobbo and whatnot, and grab it. Well, anyway, don't try jumping back unless you feel confident about yourself, but aside from that, it's not really, you can't really get back anyway when you take this path, so you're going to have to go forward. But that is just a very helpful little shortcut to reach the key very easily and prevent the ghost from causing it to disappear. Alright, that completes the level now. And we're now about to face the first boss of World 3. Well, yep, another animal. Baron Dante transformed into a creature, and this time he just transformed a simple fish into some kind of freaky merman with a huge trident. And as you could expect from a trident, it actually shoots electricity at you when you're doing this first boss battle. I know this is quite unexpected, and I have to say this was actually quite creative by the game creators to actually illustrate an entire little level leading up to the boss that's actually underwater. If you're curious why I was losing my gems, it's just sometimes I don't know what's up with this game, but sometimes even when you're underwater, when you press the square button like that to perform a Croc's attack, it doesn't work. It doesn't always work. For some reason, it doesn't cooperate like it should at some point. And it really is a pain in the butt. I know I got bitten by the fish, but I really was not expecting that fish to bite me, given that I was kind of a distance away from the dolphin thing. I'm sorry about the about that bell. All right. I did not expect that to happen, but that bell just tells me something not involved with the videos. So please ignore that. That was way beyond my control. As you can see, they give you plenty of time to, yeah, like, hit him. But the amount of time to hit him gets shortened while you're swimming underwater with Croc. Trust me, he won't stay as long. As shown right here, that I did get hit because I thought that the amount of time he goes would have given me a bigger window of opportunity like expected. I really don't know how I missed him, but there we go. And unfortunately, I did not gain any new gems in order to get more lives. But that is the reason why I showed you those nifty little bonus areas that you can actually start the level and then quit the level and go back to in order to be able to get many lives back. Okay, welcome to the first sub-level of the first sub-level of World 3. This is probably the first ever bonus level I ever show off. That's number 1 in its order. Anyway, when you first play this level is going to require some very well timing because this is a tough level. It once again uses that so-called somewhat dark shadow kind of concept again. That one of the boss battle level areas included in the cold region. Thankfully enough, I was able to get a heart back, but unfortunately I just lost it. Here's a little fun side note. Whenever you die and have already obtained a heart, you cannot regain back the heart you have just collected. Anyway, what I did was kind of a boneheaded mistake. I could have just jumped back or jumped to the forward platform after I got onto this platform right here, in order to also easily reach the next platform, because it gives you plenty of distance, but I just realized that when I was doing this for my second time. Anyway, the strategy here is that there's barely any chances to gain any crystals because there are so many of those annoying Dantini shooter guys in this area that, trust me, their aim is so impeccably amazing that sometimes they're able to hit you dead on, and it's a real pain in the butt. It really is. So, if you're expecting any chances of being able to gain plenty of gems and whatnot, trust me when I tell you, it's a pretty tough thing to do. Unless you, of course, as I'm showing you, precisely jump. But trust me, it's tough to try to exactly jump and then hit every one of these guys precisely without actually messing it up and losing some gems and whatnot. So most likely you're not going to have a lot of gems by the time you're done with this. Anyway, this next part is kind of tough. And trust me, this is a really annoying part. The strategy here is, because this is impossible to do any other way, and I mean it. You'll lose a lot of lives trying to do this. But the idea is that you need to take down the Dantini guys in the middle. However, be very careful when you jump onto this platform in the middle. It's one of those smaller platforms as shown, and Croc Croc, of course, sometimes has difficulty jumping on small platforms in this when it comes to the Croc games. So you're going to have to be very careful. Anyway, I lost a lot of lives because when you're down to 0 crystals, you can easily lose a lot of lives, as shown. But thankfully enough, I did get through this pain in the ass level. Thankfully enough. Yes, and I finally did that right. Do that for the second part too. Otherwise, like I said, you're going to be losing a lot of lives. So make sure you precisely jump onto the small middle platforms and take down both Dantinis at the same time. Well, shooter Dantinis, but I so despise those enemies. Yeah, this level also requires plenty of precise jumping too, so yeah, it can be a pain in the ass because of that too as well. Okay, this next part, the next part that's coming up is really asinine. Croc has to make this really far distance jump, as you just saw, in order to be able to reach that platform over there. And I assure you when I tell you this that it is really a really asinine kind of thing because trying to make a gamer, especially for a kids game, try and make the gamer try to jump a very tough and difficult to jump distance jump in order to reach those platforms. And trust me, you have to really get a good running distance. Especially with a small crumbling platform as your that you jump onto in the process as a means in order to actually make the distance jump is a real pain in the ass. You're probably wondering, did I lose all my lives and die? Well, I'm not going to show the dying sequence if I did, because like I said before, the game over sequence is not anything interesting to show off to you guys. Really, it's not that interesting. It's one of the most dullest game over sequences of all time, and I'm being serious. Even the next game's game over sequence is real dull. But anyway, I made it, but then they suddenly throw out another really asinine distance jump too. Coming up, but it's not there yet. Anyway, the strategy is just to run and then avoid them. It's not... Anyway, the asinine distance jump thing... Oh yeah, right, there isn't another asinine distance jump. I was thinking of a different level. Anyway, as you can see, you probably already got the strategy down here. And I've already lost all my crystals. But anyway, if you hit the Dantini shooter in the middle, you'll be able to do it and get the puzzle. Anyway, I'll start talking again as soon as I'm done obtaining and in this case re-obtaining many lives again in order to be able to get through the next level. So I'll meet you there. Okay, now that I have obtained enough lives again, we are going to go to the next level, Sand and Freedom. This level, I am just going to tell you if this is the right level, but trust me, there are two very high distance levels like this in the game. Oh yeah, now I remember. This is actually the least most frustrating of the distance height levels. What I mean by distance height is that you're going to be going through, for desert levels like these, you're going to go through plenty of underground little caves when it comes to the wells and stuff, and that Croc, as you can see, is well high up in the air on desert platforms and stuff. Anyway, what I just did is quite a tough move to It's quite a tricky maneuver, but the thing of it is, as I told you in the previous part, those tornadoes, like I said, can blow you into stupid bottomless pits and cause you to lose lives and stuff. But you need to get over there and try to time it right with the tornado, like I showed, to get the red gem. Anyway, fortunately, if you're able to stand still and then attack right, you can actually hit those little Dantini green guys that jump on the platforms. And you're going to need to do it as shown to get the Gobbo. Well, the first Gobbo. Anyway, stand still on the platform and once again hit the enemy so he doesn't cause you to lose any gems, or if you have no gems, any lives. Yeah, you gotta time that right. Oh yeah, that's right. Right, I lost the lives, so yeah. Yeah, I lost the life. Well, I was just making double certain I got it. Anyway, if you're curious how to get this, the balloon is the key here. Well, is the key to get the key. Yeah, that's real redundant. Don't worry about this platform. As you can see, it rises up for you when you hop on it. Okay, and then press the button which will activate a set of platforms for you to get to the door. Thankfully enough, this level is not nearly as much of a pain in the butt as the next level. But trust me, it does have its annoying moments, like this, for example. But just make sure you time it right when it comes to this Dantini guy, and you should be fine. However, before opening up this cage, jump on top because you need to collect a key up here in order to free the Gobbo. But make sure you jump that distance jump right, which of course when you're jumping back is not hard to do. And then, okay, now you've freed the Gobbo and you can proceed on with the next part. For anybody viewing my videos, please comment on what you want me to commentate when it comes to the Croc walkthrough. I would really appreciate it if you would give me comment and feedback on that. I would really like to know, so then that way I know what to commentate about and what to commentate for you guys and what not. As you've seen, if you jump on the box, you can actually avoid the Dantini guy. But the rest should be self-explanatory. Alright, this next region is a real pain in the butt because as you can see, you've got 3 rooms that comprise and make up this puzzle. And trust me, this level is really a pain in the butt. Anyway, as you saw, you're going to have to be quick in order to get that key, and be kind of precise with your jumping. probably wondering about the platforms above me that I missed. Well, either you're going to need the crate to get out on top of them, or you have to do something else in order to be able to cause a platform to appear that will allow you to get up to those higher platforms. I forget which you're supposed to do, but if you were supposed to keep that crate and not smash down on it first and use it as a height advantage, use it. Use it and don't smash down on it, because if I remember correctly, that top platform is actually, those top platforms contain a colored gem. And as you're already aware, you're going to need that colored gem in order to be able to get to the bonus region in this level. Anyway, if you're curious how to unlock that gated door, yeah, go into the next area. Alright, be wary of a new enemy in this level that's revealed that are called shooter scorpions. These guys are a real pain in the butt because for some reason they can actually shoot missiles at you from their tails as they're popping out of these acid-filled holes. Anyway, if the Dantinis are wandering around like a couple of idiots and you're able to and they don't see you at first, you can actually hit them before they try to fire their shots at you. But as you just saw me lose some gems, those scorpions are a real pain in the butt too. Okay, I now remember, you actually will need the crate in order to jump onto that top platform and grab onto it. Well, to make it easier. There is the ability to still grab onto the top platform and get the colored gem, but it's a lot more difficult without the crate. Yeah, another group of precise, exact jumping. I told you Croc sometimes has difficulty getting onto small platforms. This was when I realized I was missing a color gem. I might as well just edit this out and get back to that region I was talking about earlier, and show you that it is possible. So I'll skip ahead to that area. Oh, just one more little side note. I found out. You can't really go back to the area. So if you're curious how I got back there, I really didn't. I probably will have had to redo the level, because once you get to this room, this is pretty much the point of no return, because you'd have to go all the way back to that little region and press a button.
What?
Alright, as you just saw, I have now gotten all the colored crystals, and we can proceed on ahead with the bonus region. If you're curious, the ghost is actually off in a different area, so as long as you're able to gain your head running jump, and then jump, of course, across the gaps of these platforms, you should hopefully have no problem gaining ahead of him and getting the key before he does. Oh, this balloon will also come in handy too to help you run the ghost and get the key. Okay, well, all I have to say is now that as soon as I'm done showing off a little bit of this first level, this has pretty much been the Master Chief Chief 1, and I will pretty much see you in part 6 of my Croc Legends of the Gobbos walkthrough. I'll explain more about this level in the next part, actually. So until then, I will actually see you later, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe when it comes to my videos. So see you all later, and goodbye.